Hey, we're Sorted Food.
And we've been sent to the southern states of the US because we've heard they have some of the best food and hospitality in the world.
Why? We're on a road trip to find out.
We've explored Charleston, we've covered Savannah, and now we're faced with 1,000 miles of Kentucky highway and just 72 hours leading up to an ultimate Kentucky cook-off, creating a dish celebrating the very best we experience in the state.
And I thought it would be entertaining if the guys competed for bonus cooking time across the trip.
Obviously, Jamie stood no chance.
That's what he thinks.
As soon as we'd landed in Louisville, we were raring to take up some of your suggestions, starting with the restaurant typifying Kentucky's impressive farmland and livestock.
We're a game restaurant. We're located in the Clifton area of Louisville. We specialize in exotic meats that are, as much as we can, sourced from local farms and local suppliers. We slice, we grind, we season in-house. We truly love what we're doing.
First challenge, and the boys are going to be competing to win an extra 10 minutes on their battle time. We have meatballs of exotic meats. You get a point for each one you get correct. Most points wins.
It smells more gamey than it tastes.
Oh, it does actually, yeah. It's delicious.
Question is, what is the meat? You can write down the name or you can draw it. Reveal your answers in 3, 2, 1. Bison.
Bison?
You've both gone with bison.
How have we done that?
Your first meatball is homage to the bison that used to run the plains of America.
Oh my goodness,
and
that
these...
is so lucky.
A point each.
A lot more moist, a lot more tender.
It's a bit more offally.
Reindeer.
Oh, more broad. Your second mystery meatball is elk.
Oh, I mean, that's quite
largest of the deer family, not a reindeer.
No way!
So I guess Mike gets the point.
How is that?
But only by being broad.
Exactly.
Ball number 3.
That's the strongest of all the flavours. Oh, but it does tail off into something really nice. What is that?
Mystery meatball number 3, antelope and gazelle. You're on the wrong side of the world. It's kangaroo.
Oh!
So slightly more tender, still with the same house seasoning, and they say it's got a sweet, gamey flavour. Last ball.
That probably has the subtlest of all the flavours from the board.
Reveal your final animal in 3, 2, 1. I mean, you've both gone obscure.
Meep.
This final one was slightly more porky, but still with that richness and nuttiness that you would get from wild boar. Boar.
That's where I was thinking with the previous one.
Mike, you take the tenuous win. You take the 10 minutes.
I see how this is going to go.
The tenuous 10.
And while you're finishing off the meatballs, I'm going to have this week's special, which is the yak burger. Again, farmed in East Kentucky, Tibetan yak. It's quite beefy, but I think what makes it so lovely is the kind of Nepalese spices, which is absolutely yummy. The independent food scene in Louisville is really strong, due in part to the abundance of surrounding farmland. But was the local produce that much better than we'd had elsewhere? Well, we headed to Barn 8, a farm and restaurant, to find out.
Well, this is quite nice, isn't it?
Nice drive. Half hour out of the city.
Wow.
Gorgeous.
This is...
Whoa.
Quite literally the old stable.
This is such a good-looking table of food.
The carrot have got a maximum curry oil and candied walnuts on them. The bread and butter is sensational. The grilled vegetables, the cured cucumber, the burrata with just a few fruits, just thrown on a plate. But it's so good.
I think the most exciting thing about reading the menu is that you know it came from that field over there and it's been picked probably hours ago.
This is so good.
What's that?
That is peach. Oh. Have you tried the peach?
Yeah. And with the blackberry and the burrata.
And when you said, yeah, your eyes rolled in the back of your head. It was not fun to watch.
When you can do simple this well, you don't need to do anything else.
People would eat so many more vegetables if they tasted like that. Synonymous with Kentucky, we were told there was one place we had to visit. The Louisville Slugger, or baseball bat to us Brits, Museum and Factory. Family run since 1884, the museum was a chance for us to immerse ourselves in the rich sporting culture and also work up an appetite.
So we are standing inside of Louisville Slugger Museum and Factory, and this is where you can see an American icon made from start to finish. Inside of our factory, we make a little bit less than 2 million bats every year.
No fresher bat than that.
Any wood bat you see, whether it be in a sporting goods store or on the field during Major League play, was made right here in Louisville, Kentucky in our factory. This is not just for baseball fans, this is just for anyone looking for a memorable experience.
I was already 10 minutes up on Jamie, but before it was time for us to leave the museum, there was one last chance for him to claw back some precious time. 10 balls each, 10 minutes to be won.
Next challenge, we've just had a tour of the Louisville Slugger Museum and Factory where so many of the bats are made, but now the boys are going to put them into practice. I'm keeping tally. Let's do it.
This clashes with my outfit.
I'm concerned far more about hitting a ball.
Oh!
Stop hitting it.
You hit everyone so far. Oh! So far he's hit everyone, and on his fifth he broke the bat. Excellent. Wow. He's missed two, but he's cracked every other one, which is amazing.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
Not gonna lie, boys, those were coming thick and fast.
They were quick.
I was struggling to keep up with the scores. And the normal who gets the extra 10 points is Mike. You have got some catching up to do, my friend.
I can't afford to not. I've got 20 minutes. I'm already on 25 minutes. 35 minutes.
No! Our next stop was to Frankfort, the Kentucky state capital, to learn about a famous Kentucky delicacy and its creator.
Rebecca Ruth Candies was started in 1919. The two ladies, my grandmother and her friend, started the business. They did not even have the right to vote at that time. In 1936, there was a function up at the governor's mansion, and one of the dignitaries at the event, Eleanor Hume Offutt, made the statement that the two best tastes in Kentucky were Kentucky bourbon and Miss Boo's candy, Rebecca Ruth Candy. And so she took that comment and thought about it and said, well, I'm going to make the single best taste in the world, and I'm going to combine candy with bourbon.
Rebecca Ruth's bourbon balls are made with 100 proof Kentucky bourbon, covered in dark chocolate and topped with a single pecan.
That's good.
Dark chocolate and cherry. Oh, I want them all.
So I'm the third generation, and this is my daughter, Sarah, and she's the fourth generation, and she's now the general manager of Rebecca Ruth Candies.
Oh yeah. We also found some really interesting bourbon-based ingredients, which we thought we'd pick up for our battle.
It's just a really, really cool piece of Kentucky history that we're here to be a part of.
Well, then obviously we were going there next.
With the risk of being floored by sugar and bourbon, it was time to move on. A lot more to learn, a load more ground to cover, and Wallace Station was waiting, where we met owner Weta Michael, a 6 times James Beard Foundation Award nominee.
Soup, beans, and cornbread is one of the most iconic Kentucky dishes. It's made with country ham hock, and to me, that's Kentucky in a bowl.
Oh, no, I like that. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
That's wholesome. That just feels hearty. That feels like that is setting you up for the day.
And then the catfish is all from Kentucky. So it's all from Barron Lake, Kentucky.
Yeah.
So that's kind of our Kentucky version of fish and chips, I guess you might say.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. It's delicious.
It's great.
Yeah. And then I think the country ham and pimento cheese, so country ham is a salt-cured ham. It's the country-style version of prosciutto. So it's like a grilled cheese sandwich, but with country ham on the middle. So this sandwich has been on the Food Network, and this restaurant's been on the Food Network a few times for best thing I ever ate, diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Now Jamie Spafford is about to eat this sandwich. I need to see you. I need to watch your reaction to it.
No pressure. On me, I mean. Not on the sandwich, on me. The ham is superb. And then the grated cheese with the cheese sauce.
Well, so pimento cheese is grated white cheddar with mayonnaise and a little bit of cream cheese and then a little hot sauce, and so it makes a spread. It's like a cheese spread.
Yeah.
And then when you press it all together,
it oozes.
It oozes, yeah. I want to create restaurants that express place. That's really what I'm trying to do. If someone's coming to one of my restaurants, I want them to know they're in Kentucky.
That is exceptional.
Country fried ham is a thing, like amazing.
Interesting.
Food for thought, boys. Food for thought.
Get out of my ideas.
No.
Get out of my
No,
ideas.
you get out of my ideas.
No, you get out of my ideas.
There's too much roof on, Mustang Sally.
Our next leg of the journey pointed us into the heart of bluegrass country, Lexington.
Our next stop was OBC Kitchen, renowned for great food and over 800 bourbons. And we even got the chance to chat with an expert. When you're tasting bourbon, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for age, more than anything. So a lot of the flavor comes from the wood. And the fact that it has to be aged in American white oak, and American white oak, the chemical compounds in them, gives you a lot of vanilla, which is why it's a law that says you have to age it in those wood.
While Ben and Jamie were sipping bourbon and kicking back,
Ed and I have come to downtown Lexington to get some shots and a feel of the city. Cheers. We worked really hard.
Roasted Brussels sprouts, chili, ginger, and bourbon honey.
Bourbon honey gives it a sweetness, a nod to the local area, but then ginger and chili from, other global influences.
Really, really hard.
we were working really hard at agave and rye. Epic tacos, suggested by you guys on Twitter.
We've been recommended the sugar daddy of the plain Jane. So they're taco style, or tacos as they call it here. It's a crispy corn and a soft flour wedged together with cheese like a quesadilla. That's unbelievable.
We've been told so many times that Kentucky is a cuisine of corn. Catfish is coated in it, cornbread, obviously whiskey is made from corn. So we got the elotes, Mexican style. It is the char of the corn with the spice and then the cheese and the mayo they spread over it that doesn't just get all around your face, but all around your tongue. And it is so good.
Candied bacon and a peanut butter dip.
It is salty, it is sweet, it is meaty, it is fatty.
You really shouldn't eat like this all the time, but when you do, you should really go for it.
And we have.
By embracing the local culture and cuisine, we were really starting to build an understanding of what Kentucky has to offer. But with over 800 miles still to cover, it was time to gather our thoughts and look ahead to the next leg of our epic journey.
Now, we always think that food is one of the best ways to get to the heart of a city's culture and the people in the community. Live music also fits into that category. We've stumbled upon Southland Jamboree. It's a free bluegrass concert, full of locals, and it's just really nice.
49 and a ham of meat.
It's been a really long day.
This is great.
It's time
It reminds me of being at the allotment.
and we're all still just
A community of people who love stuff, and I'm the youngest here.
still saw it through. It's been one heck of a day.
Why can't you improve the efficiency of wind farms by playing them bluegrass music? Because they're big heavy metal fans.
Okay, this $300 falls in first.
We'd barely scratched the surface on our epic Kentucky road trip, and there was a lot still to learn before we attempt our ultimate Kentucky cook-off.
How much would this bottle be worth now?
Probably about $10,000 right now.